Alright everybody, welcome back. This is day 2 of learning vector, and today we're going to be doing some collages. So our first step, of course, we're just going to go to vector.com, and once we've done that, we're going to have the same two choices as before, where we can either use online or log in. And so if you used online before and you didn't make an account, you're going to do that again, and that will just take you to the same screen as before. Or if you have made an account, you can log back in. Alright, so today we are going to be learning how to make a cool collage like this. When we're making these collages, it's very important that we have pictures that we want to use on our computer. Yesterday we saw how to do that with Google Images, and now today we're going to do that with some of our own pictures if we want. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. If any of you have phones, you can take pictures on your phone, either take pictures of yourself or have pictures that you've already stored on there, or you can even take pictures of actual pictures that your family has or are hanging up around the house. But what you can do is you can actually send them through Facebook, or you can send them through email to yourself. To send a new message, you go to new message and you type in your own name, and it should pop up, and you select you to send it to yourself. Then you can go on your computer and the pictures will be there, and you just have to download them there. The same thing with email. If you want to do an email to yourself, you just select to send a new email, and you type in your own email address. So once you've sent your pictures, you should be able to go find them. So mine are right here on Facebook, and you can just go click on them, and you're going to want to just do the same thing as before, where you just make sure you remember what you save it as. Alright, so now that we're here, we're going to simply start a new document. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to play around and try and find some cool patterns or shapes. So I like to do the hexagon. So what I started out doing is making the hexagon. We're going to hold down shift to draw a hexagon. Pretty cool. And then let's duplicate it. So we're going to right click on it, press duplicate. We're going to drag this one around, and we're going to match it up like that. And we're going to do the same thing again. We can even click on one and press Command or Control C, then press Control V, and it'll pop us out a new one. We can put them together like this, and it'll give us these nice little lines to snap everything together. And I'm just pressing Control V over and over again. We can do a couple things. We can change their color if we want. Let's make some of these, yeah, nice and purple. So we can use this eyedropper tool here to pick up a color that already exists. So now we've got this nice little setup. This is called tessellating. Look at that, that's pretty cool. And then what we can do is we can make these different colors and make it a pattern like this, or we can make them images. So we switch from color to image like we did yesterday. Click here, and let's find in downloads where we just put some of my images. So let's do that one. Change it to an image. Click on the image. So again, we double click it and double click it again, and now we should be able to drag it around. We should be able to change its size. Remember to hold down shift, and look at that, we've already got a good start on our little collage sheet. Like that, we could do some with pictures, some with colors. I'm gonna go ahead and delete all of that, and we're gonna start over. Let's make a hexagon again. Let's hold down shift where we do it. cool. But now we're going to make some of a bunch of different sizes. So let's do Control C to copy, and then Control V again. Let's hold down Shift. Make this one a bit smaller. So we can have, if we want, 2 different sizes. We can have more than 2 different sizes if we want. So kind of do whatever we like. Just make a cool looking pattern here. We can put in some pictures here. So whenever we do something we don't like, we can always press Control Z. Now here's something pretty cool that you can do. If you like, you can put the same image in several different pieces and try and kind of put them together. So I'm going to go ahead and load the same picture into these 3 shapes. Then what we're going to do is we're going to click on each of them. We're going to make the picture the same size. So look at the size and the shape of that one. So we're going to try and make this other one the same size and shape. So look, these 3 are all kind of different pieces of the same picture. And then we could go ahead and we could change a lot of these colors. So what's a nice color that goes with green? And we can again use this eyedropper tool to copy that same color. We can make them white, and then we can give them a border. Let's give them a black border. How big do we want the border? Do we want it to be thick? 2, 3? Cool. So that's one way to make a collage, is by taking a bunch of the same shape, making them larger and smaller, and you can go ahead and put text in here. You can say, I should put, I'm Mr. Caleb. I'm Mr. Caleb. So we're gonna make this, we're gonna have to click on this text. So we select it, gonna choose how big we wanna make it. Let's make it size 60. Let's make it super big. And then let's, we can't really see it. Let's leave it the same color, but let's give it a nice border. Cool. We could also make it bold. Let's try and make it bold. That looks much better. Okay, you can also do things like you can center it with the center of the page if you want to. You can also bring it to the center of the page this way. So look at that. There is one way to make a nice little collage for yourself. Another way, so let's just delete all of this. Some other really cool things you can do is you can make patterns out of these shapes. So just make these, press Shift, and then let's just do copy and paste with them. And we're gonna make some little patterns. Let's change the color of these. What color do you want? It's a nice light green. So let's make it. You can do Control A to select all of them. You can do Control C and Control V to make a copy and a paste. Okay, so then for one final time, we can do Control A to select all of it, Control C and Control V. Now we're just going to drag and drop this. Or we can pick some out and make them into pictures. We can do all sorts of things like that to start making a cool pattern and cool collage here. So it can be really nice to use those snap lines to help you. And also it helps a lot if at the start you do 2 different colors instead of 1. And so you guys can see, you can really start having fun with stuff like this. You can start to do some really cool stuff just even with these basic shapes. There's a lot of them, and just basically by turning them around, by changing colors, by flipping things, by making them larger and smaller, you can just make some really fun shapes and designs. And I hope you guys have lots and lots of fun playing around with this. I know I have. Yeah, and I hope this has been really cool. If you guys make some cool collages, make sure to post them in the comments. And yeah, I hope this has been really fun. I have some really fun projects lined up. And thanks for doing this with me, guys. Hope the rest of your day is great. And I will see you tomorrow.